Growing up as the daughter of two Hollywood actors may sound glamorous, but behind closed doors, it was a different story. Aniston described her childhood to Sandra Bullock in a piece for Interview, saying, "I grew up in a household that was destabilized and felt unsafe, watching adults being unkind to each other, and witnessing certain things about human behavior that made me think, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that." Aniston's dad was the longtime Days of Our Lives star, John Aniston.
What I really want is the respect of this town. The respect I deserve, considering all I've done for it.
Her mom, Nancy Dow, was an actor and model who made very occasional TV guest appearances, but ultimately quit the business when she decided she wasn't any good. Judging by the frequency of Hollywood divorces, it's tough for two actors to live together. Maybe that's why John tried to steer Jen toward law school, because he couldn't imagine adding a third Hollywood career to the mix. Jen wasn't having it though, as she so that I could prove him wrong. The fact that she did, far outshining the careers of both her parents, may not have made things easier for her on the home front. Aniston's mother, Nancy Dow, spent much of her daughter's childhood criticizing her looks, which ultimately led to them having little to no contact for years. In a 2015 interview with a Hollywood Reporter, Aniston described growing up with her mom saying, "She was very critical of me because she was a model. She was gorgeous, stunning. I wasn't. I never was. I honestly still don't think of myself in that sort of light, which is fine." She was also very unforgiving. She would hold grudges that I just found so petty. Somehow, though, perhaps through years of therapy, Aniston is able to see some of the good in her late mom. In an interview with Elle, she talked about one of the positive things she learned from her mother, sharing, "I love entertaining. I always have food. I think I probably got that from my mom, who always had her girlfriends over. I picked it up from my childhood, just always hearing girls in the house and learning how to make a good cheese board." Then Dow committed a cardinal sin, writing a tell-all memoir about their relationship, including plenty of detail about Aniston's personal life. In a Woe Is Me interview with National Post, Dow doubled down, saying, "You spend all this time raising a child with a lot of good intentions, and you feel you have failed. It makes you feel very ashamed." The two didn't speak for nearly 15 years, but reconciled a year before Dow's death in 2016. Aniston's dad walked out on the family in 1980 when she was just 11 years old.
My parents' divorce was really a curveball. It was really a big heartbreak.
As Aniston recalled to the Daily Mail, "I just remember sitting there crying, not understanding that he was gone. I don't remember anything other than it being odd that all of a sudden my father wasn't there. And he was gone for a while, about a year." John came back into his daughter's life as suddenly as he left it, calling up one day and inviting her to go see The Fantastics. Aniston shared, "So we had a little dinner and saw the show. After that, I started seeing him on weekends, and this new way of life unfolded." Later in life, John apologized to his daughter, and the pair managed to heal their relationship. During the pandemic, the two were in touch every day, but soon after, in 2022, John Aniston died. Jen paid tribute to him in a touching Instagram post, writing, "Sweet Papa, you were one of the most beautiful humans I ever knew. I'll love you till the end of time." Aniston's relationship history is at least as well known as her work on screen. While she has had her fair share of romance, it hasn't lasted long.
When are you getting married?
I don't know.
Her marriages to actors Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux both ended in highly publicized divorces, but Aniston takes at least some responsibility for the breakups, admitting to the Wall Street Journal, "It was always a little bit difficult for me in relationships. I think because I really was kind of alone. My parents, watching my family's relationship, didn't make me kind of go, oh, I can't wait to do that." But romantic love isn't all Aniston was after. Even as her career was skyrocketing in the late 1990s and throughout the 2000s, she wanted to start a family of her own. She underwent IVF treatments and changed her lifestyle to embrace more holistic habits, anything to help increase her chances of success. But nothing worked. She revealed to Allure, "I was throwing everything at it. I would have given anything if someone had said to me, 'Freeze your eggs, do yourself a favor.' You just don't think it. So here I am today. The ship has sailed." To make matters worse, the media was constantly following her, checking for a baby bump. Meanwhile, Aniston was suffering.
Like, I've mothered many things, and I don't think it's fair to put that pressure on people.
She's now 55 years old and has come to terms with the fact that a baby is not in the cards for her. Perhaps out of necessity, she's found a silver lining, saying, "I have zero regrets. I actually never talked publicly about the ordeal. It was reported in 2010. according to a notice from her lawyer in pursuit of a restraining order, that a man was arrested after being found waiting for Aniston with a bag of sharp objects, tape, and handwritten love notes. The man had a history of violence, and he'd driven across the country to follow Aniston, sleeping in his car, on which he wrote a message proclaiming his love for her. But sometimes, as they sort of say, the creepy is coming from inside the house. Aniston has faced years of Hollywood sexism and paparazzi dogging her every move. She's addressed these issues head-on, even writing an op-ed for HuffPost in 2016 saying, "If I am some kind of symbol to some people out there, then clearly I'm an example of the lens through which we as a society view our mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, female friends, and colleagues. The objectification and scrutiny we put women through is absurd and disturbing." Out of necessity, Aniston has managed to find ways to fight not able.
I am upset.
Aniston knows the unwanted attention isn't going to stop anytime soon, if ever. Instead, she's come to terms with the side effects of her massive fame and what she needs to do to stay grounded. Observation. It's a matter of choosing when I feel like I'm okay with having a bunch of people take a bunch of pictures of me.
Don't forget to shut the door on your way out.
Aniston, like many others, struggles with mental health issues. She has dealt with anger and depression for years, but during quarantine, she was able to step back and finally take the time she needed to process things in a healthy way. In an interview with InStyle, she shared, "My level of anxiety has gone down by eliminating the unnecessary sort of bat in life that I had thought was necessary. Also realizing that you can't please everybody. And what good does that do if you're just little bits of yourself? Let's try to be the full all of who we are so we can come to the table." Aniston freely admits that her tight inner circle helps keep her grounded and in touch with the positive things in life. She has a number of lifelong friends, including the actual cast of Friends, who have been crucial in helping her find and maintain balance and vice versa. The way Aniston puts it, they feed off of each other to help encourage growth and positivity. There's nothing wrong with needing support. We're all human, and we all have our ups and downs. In October 2023, Aniston's close friend Matthew Perry died suddenly from an accidental drug overdose. Aniston and Perry first met in the early 1990s and were BFFs from the start. In fact, in Perry's 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, he admitted that he once had a crush on his co-star, writing, "I was immediately taken by her. How could I not be? And I liked her. And I got the sense she was intrigued too. Maybe it was going to be something." It was definitely something, although probably not what the young Perry wanted at the time. Aniston turned him down when he asked her on a date.